It's the toughest spell that I've been through as the Boston manager. We're just not winning very often. We're 14th. 14th. Welcome back to Boston, boys. We're on the intro. Let's deal with this. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to Boston Boys with me, Spencer FM. And as you can see from the form, it's not good. One win in our last games. Not very good, is it? 2 wins in the last 13 league games. 2 wins in our last 13 league games. Only 1 draw as well. So you do the maths. That's 10 defeats in our last 13 league games. And we're getting battered constantly. In recent times, we've had a 6-3 against Portsmouth, which hasn't gone very well. We beat Blackpool. They must be dreadful. Bristol beat us. Bristol Rovers, Bolton 2-0 as well recently. And now we've got Mansfield coming up. And that's the only game we're going to focus on today because this episode is going to be split into 2 parts, really. It's going to be, we're trying to bring in some new players to save this season, basically, because we're in a terrible state of affairs. And then, of course, the game against Mansfield. So transfer business as well as league action. Again, look, we are 10 points off 6th. Now, 10 points off. We're 10 points off the relegation zone, viewers. This season started so promisingly. Look at that. Look at that. That's a mess, isn't it? And after season on season of success, it's finally been a case, viewers, of reality bites. Look at that. Promotion. 5th. That was quite good. And now look at us. Just that's what I think of it. So there's only one man, or maybe 4, that can save this. They're not here yet, but they'll be here soon. Now, Jozy Altidore are available on a free is a sentence most of you didn't really want to hear when you started this episode. But I think this might be, 35 years of age, internationally capped, was playing the MLS last year. It's not the quickest, right? I'll give you that. He's not the quickest, but finishing, in terms of putting the ball in the goal, that's something he's quite good at. If we ignore let's ignore those previous couple of seasons. But a couple of years ago, he was very, very good. Let's talking 2021. Sure, it was 4 years ago. We were good then. Other names on the list: David Ospina, Luis Fiorini, and Grant Allison. We'll show you those guys if they come in, which let's hope they flipping do. In other good news, viewers, we've nearly lost all the money. So, ta-da! Boston boys. And you might think, Ben, you're on your worst run ever. I bet there's been no good news. Brighton offered me a job. So the question remains, viewers, if we get offered a good job in a higher division, do I take it? Because right now, 2 wins from 13. I'm close. Let me tell you, I am close. It's been a shambles from start to finish. This has been an awful season. I forgot what this felt like. I was just riding on the wave of happiness all the way to the Premier League. No, we're not. We're going to sit in League One for 3 years at least. Actually, what do the board think? I've not even inquired. I've thought, do you know what? Stable. That's getting worse. They're concerned in regard to competitions. Let's see what it says here. Then it says the minimum expectation is that the team finish in the top half. We're not even doing that. We're not even doing the minimum expectation. The board are disappointed, so is the manager, that the team is currently on course to achieve a mid-table position within the Sky Bet League One. Hang on. Yeah, well, that's not terrible. I mean, anyway, the fact that the team is so many points behind where they were expected to finish makes hang on, top half. I'm going to question this. So many points behind where we were expected to finish. We're 14th, top half by proxy is 12th. We are 2 points behind. So many points. Even they've lost hope. This is going well. So hopefully before we play Mansfield, we'll bring in a couple of new faces. I've changed the system round. That's not worked. So I don't know what today brings, really. I've hit record. Liverpool have signed a player called Dudek. Everyone's having a good time. Look, I've changed it to a diamond. For those that have watched my series sort of ongoing over the last few years, you know that this was inevitable. Good. Some good news. Jozy Altidore's work permit won't be till next Wednesday, so he's not playing today. But some real good news. David Ospina, former Arsenal, Sassuolo, Napoli, Nice, and played in Colombia as well, goalkeeper, is signing for us. That's a fact. And I'll tell you why. Because Callum Burton's form in recent times, not good. 38 conceded in 26. 38 conceded, no. And Harvey White's not necessarily the best option to come in to replace him. So let's just do a quick, and David Ospina will be in. Magic that was, by the way. If you didn't get the sign language, I don't know what sign language is for Magic. I assume it's that, maybe. I don't know. In fact, I would like to know. What is it? I think people that know sign language are amazing. I've got friends that know it. They are some of my favourite people. It's incredible. It's what a skill. That was pretty close. It is sort of that. It's sort of like that, like you make a puff of smoke. Amazing. I wasn't even that far off. Right, well, anyway, David Ospina, everyone. Cheers, mate. Right, put him in goal. We have to get him registered as well. The best thing about Ospina is that he retires next year, or this year it is now. But the good news is he can do saving. So that's why he's in. Hopefully he's good at saving money, because we're not good at that either. He's also not costing us an arm and a leg, which is a big plus point for me. Oh, and other good news as well. We had that FA Cup game against Oxford that I was actually quite confident in, the old Oxford game. Didn't even mention it before. We lost it 1-0 in the 90th minute. Guess who they get to play in the next round? So probably someone rubbish, Ben. Probably someone that's of no note. Definitely wouldn't help the club financially. No, it's not Manchester City, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. Here it is. They were battered 3-0 by City. I would have loved that. I would have loved to be battered by City 3-0. Absolutely loved it. I'm accidentally generating the match report. Mbappe, De Bruyne. Oh, man. I'd have loved to have conceded 4 to them. Is it obvious I'm having a bit of a breakdown? Is it? Does that? I mean, oh, good. An injury's popped up. Jason McCarthy probably play better with it than without it. So I just want to go away to Mansfield. I want to put up a fight. We're 14th, they're 15th. What a battle of mid-table. Before I was going, let's play the teams in like 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th because playoff contenders. Now it's can we beat the mid-table opposition that we are now a part of? It's pathetic, honestly, isn't it? It's pathetic. I've trained 2 tactics for the entire season. Guess which one I'm playing at the moment? None of them. Oh, good. Curtis Nelson's out as well. Go see the doctor. He's got a virus. Go and sort yourself out. I shouldn't need to tell him that. If you're at home and you go to the doctor. He did come to me, actually, thinking about it. And I am, it's in the name, innit, and all that. So, yeah. He's been conned as well. Another one. So look, there's a lot of time in this window. I was hoping to get a few through. I thought maybe this guy, Lewis Fiorini, would come in as the play just behind the strikers, be the creative outlet that we're looking for. And Grant Allison from Leicester looks incredibly good, doesn't he? Him and Geldhart up front would be an absolute machine team. But they're not signing at the moment. We're just waiting. And the game is today. So not looking good, is it? Maybe they'll be here for the QPR game. I was kind of hoping we'd get them in, we'd play. They'd be great. And spirits would be high. But no. All right, then let's have a look. 7th of January. Right, I thought, what's happened to Ospina? I don't care if he's not fit, viewers. That's not a concern of mine. All right, let's get him registered. Let's see what here then. Curtis Nelson can't play, so Conroy comes in. Rob France at right back. And I mentioned before that we've moved to the diamond. We've switched things up a little bit because lost cause at this point. Ospina in goal then. France, Conroy, Raggett and Cantrell has come back in. He played a game and we won, so by that basis, he remains in the side. Vidal as the anchor man. We've got Dronfield and Bigirimana in the centre. Wardle just behind Fletcher and Geldhart. Geldhart is the star of this season, really. He's got 15 goals overall, 9 in 19 in the league, and he's looking actually pretty good. So, I mean, good luck to him on the rest of his career, because he doesn't have to stay and be part of this for much longer. I'm also trying to ship Dobber out. I'm offering him out to clubs. No one gives a stuff. Anyone? I need the money. We're very short on money. All right, squad number for Ospina. We'll give him number 1 because he's only probably going to be here for 6 or so months. So, whatever. And there it is, look. The Diamond playing up against the 4-4-2. And they've got Manda, Kenny Manda. We've met you before. He scored a hatful amount of goals for AFC Wimbledon in previous seasons. I've seen him in 2 years consecutively, and now a third. He's got 8 in 18 for Mansfield. He's a danger. So let's see how this goes, viewers. I'm not positive. I'm not confident. I've changed the tactic a little bit as well in terms of instructions. If you want to see what those are, I recommend going back about a minute and just checking the instructions. You can stay on the left, aren't they? So if it goes well, maybe we'll put up in the Steam Workshop. I'll do anything for success. Boston boys then, 35 points, not even in the top half. First highlight of the game, and well, it's not going our way, is it? Let's just say, good defending there from us actually. Look, anything we do here that's positive. Again, viewers, 2 wins in 13 games. It's not gone well. As Ospina makes us. That is, I'm inclined to give him a standing ovation. All right, can we? Oh, what's going on there? Raggett back to Ospina, and what a clearance up to Geldhart. If he brings this down, we could be in business. Wardle gets on it. Nice to see him in the frame. Marky Fletcher, surely not! Oh my God, we've scored! Oh no, sorry, no. It's been disallowed. He's offside. It's been disallowed. I saw the liner was running back, so I thought it was. It's a if I don't laugh, I'll cry moment there, viewers. I even played it's a corner to Mansfield. Hardy puts it in. It's cleared away just about. Mander's back on it, though. Defending's good. And although they're first to that ball, we need to get out, really, and reorganise, restructure ourselves a little bit. We're a little bit all over the shop. As Hardy back on it again. Ball to the back post. Back across. Mander's there. Kenny Mander. There's a good job we didn't highlight in pre-game as a threat, because if he scored then, that would be really annoying. I've got nothing to throw. I've tidied the office. There's nothing to throw at the moment. Hardy's ball in. The composure there from Olise, I think it is. Unreal. I can only give it credit. I'm trying to play this sort of like positive, forward thinking, get in behind, use the pace of our attackers kind of play, you know, passing into space, things like that. Quite a higher tempo than before, getting out to the fullbacks and hopefully finding those balls down the channels. It's none of it. None of it. We're seeing none of it. They've hit the bar. Rob France has just cleared it willy-nilly. 31 minutes gone. They've got to highlight again. Look, I feel like this system, I'm going to move Vidal forward and put him in there as a ball midfielder. I want Dronfield and Billy Manor to be a little wider. I think maybe supporting our fullbacks a little bit more. Look, they might score from this, but when the changes take effect, that's probably the easiest goal he's ever going to score. Danny Rose makes it 2-0 Mansfield. And we're 15th now. So, wow. Remember when we were second? They were good days. The thing is, I don't want people to think, oh, he's just putting this on for the video. I've had to play I've had to play a lot of these games that we've not been winning and just sort of try and figure it out and fail, and then see Brighton come along who are 14th or 15th, whatever it was in the Premier 16th, I think it was in the Premier League, and go, do you want a job? And I go, no, I'd rather stay here for their Marky Fletcher. Definitely onside, because I've been mugged off before. All right, well, there you are. Look, Geltard gets a ball. Look, that is, can I just say, literally what we were talking about. Ball into space, get those two working in tandem. And what a finish from Marky Fletcher. The comeback's on. Here we go. I think this is where we really charge on towards half-time. Oh, my God. Look at the clock. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know, they've got quite a few bookings in their side. They've picked up a few late doors, so if we can start to put a bit of pressure on, you never know. There could be a way back into this for us. Although, as we found that last episode, a team going down to 10 men effectively makes the game null and void from that point onwards. We've been the better team here. Lie. We can't say that. I'm going to assertively say I expect to see much better. They like that a lot. I'm not going to give them additional help. And let's see if we can do the business then. Of course, we've moved Vidal further forward. Since that moment, we're leading 1-0. So, we're leading 1-0. Just remember that before you comment. Wardle on a 6.3, not having a good game. And that's why we're trying to get in fresh blood in that area of the pitch. We've got Pozzo, Stevens maybe on the bench, and a chance in the white kit. That's us. France to Fletcher. Wardle's back on it again. Really good passing ability, not particularly good dribbling ability from that lad. But in this division, I think the passing ability might prove to be very effective, as Rob France there has basically set up an attack for Mansfield as they race forward. Raggett gets there and calmly did quite well there. And then a spinner out to Geltard, doesn't quite get there. Cantrell on it. Here we go. Big Green Manor. And now look, France is getting forward on that side as well. Marky Fletcher drops a little deeper. We need someone to make a run. Geltard's out there. We've seen a goal come from this, a similar situation before. Vidal! Oh, it's a chance. It's a bloody chance, viewers, isn't it? It's a chance. Only one game today, but what a game it's been. We'll get Wardle off. We'll bring on Chris Stevens, and we're going to play Stevens out on this side and see if we can get any more from him. Put him on as a support out there. Mazzala attack for Dronfield. And I could bring Alabusu on, but I'm not going to. The midfielder having quite a dull game. I'm going to bring Johansson on as the deep line playmaker in a defensive system, and then have a box-to-box role on Buggery Manor. Sort of change it up a little bit. Let them go forward a little bit more with Johansson sitting deeper in that midfield role, hopefully, anyway, dictating things a little bit. 10 minutes to go. I've been on positive this whole time. A corner kick. Marky Fletcher whipped in. Geldart's there. Oh, close. Is there going to be a late twist in this? I'll tell you now, if I had Altidore to bring on, this would be a different story altogether. 3 minutes left to go, and it's going to be 2 wins in 14, viewers. 2 wins in 14. Good. Good. That's what I think. That's what we've come for today. Mansfield. Can't even beat Mansfield. It's been really good. We've had some really successful seasons. You know, and I feel like you in the comment section, you've forgotten all about it. Up here, forgotten all about it. It's all gone. It's gone. This means nothing. This means nothing anymore. No one cares. Our spinner makes his return, concedes 2. Good stuff. Oh, good news as well. Chris Stevens is now earning more money, which is really good for. Oh, good. It's now that's 80k turned around, gone. One match day. Not ideal, viewers. Not ideal. Well, hopefully next episode, maybe it'll be the end of January, and we'll talk about the impact that Altidore, Alisson, and Fiorini have had. And if they don't join, then I'll just see you at the end of the season when we have a relegation chat. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. We love this care. For until next time. Goodbye. Not be my usual bouncy jovial self, viewers. I should have joined Brighton. The Brighton Boys. It was a great series name.